Good evening. Welcome to our Wednesday night service. From the Home Center Ministerial Team, Minister of Prayer, Reverend Joe Pinecoffer, we have a special opening prayer. Dear God, thank you for this day in our lives, and thank you for the friends we share our spiritual energy and your love with. We have enjoyed another day of your creation and performed some of our own miracles along the way. On this Wednesday, filled to overflowing with your love, we are honored to have Reverend Jay delivering his spiritual message. He is our lighthouse, showing us the way to express the miracles of truth and love for our fellow man. May our spirits fill this world with love and light as it fills our chapel with the same. In love and light, amen. And this evening, we're going to have a song that we'll play, and you can sing along with us. If you've been in any of our services, you probably know the music already. So as I disappear, we'll hear some music.
Well, good evening. I miss having the song open up the service, and tonight we just kind of did a push and put it in. I'd like to spend some time about the love of God, plus also understanding that here is the source of all the wisdom in the universe. When we become connected to the reality and understand the evolution of our connection with God. Think of us as we started out, we wanted to be born, so we had a direction of what did we want to add on to our history of knowledge that we have, what kind of culture do we want, what kind of languages we have to learn. All of these things are there. And it wasn't just a catch can, we just threw you into a body. This was a planned event. And we realized we came here to understand the whole activity of adding to the creation power of this earth. And I often talk about the library. And that's what I see God as. It's this gigantic library. And we keep adding more wisdom and more knowledge and whatever out there. Our knowledge is doubling every day because we'll keep building on what was yesterday. And we keep seeing new ways to do it and become more. When you understand creation and understand the wisdom of God and govern your interactions in your life for the positive creation self-interest, you can be a part of this evolution. Everyone is on the doorway to learning more. You want to become just a worker, or do you want to become a creative consciousness? Someone to practice on. Exactly, we're we are experienced pandemic. A big issue for many to wear the mask, and for me, I wear it for a symbol of my connection to the wisdom of God. I don't do it for you, I do it for me. Some of us wear crosses as a reminder of our connection to God, but it doesn't mean anything. They just put it on. There's a lot of material out there that we put our hopes and cheers with, but who has the power? Who has the ability to help us to be more? Who is our greatest teacher? We have God and we have all his spiritual helpers. If you want to be a dummy, he's got some angels who help you be a dummy. He's got angels who help you be the most successful in this lifetime. What if you could complete 2 lifetimes in one by just pushing the plate, being able to do more? You're entitled to whatever you do. This isn't just some gets it and some don't. We all get it. And that's what it's all about, is inviting. And one of the most important activities of all of it is we can invite any spiritual helper to help us be successful. But we have to work with them, educate with them, stress with them, being a part of them. I always have 8 or 9 or 10 of them working for me all the time, each one working on a special project. And they're there. They're learning, I'm learning, and we're demonstrating. And what's really interesting is they're also working on the person I'm trying to convince this is a better system. So they're getting some invisible help from me too. And people say to me, how do you pull this off? And what I would say to most of the people out there, I've got angels that are now helping me to help others, and even the people in power correct them. That's why I'm asking you tonight to start thinking, calling in angels to help you be more. help you be satisfied? Are you willing to just live under the bridge, in those little tents that we see around? Or are you willing to live on the house on the hill? You have a choices on that journey. Which journey do you want? And it isn't because of where your parents come from or how much education you had, because you're the problem solver. That's the most important activity. And you're adding to the library of the universe, bringing this planet, moving it ahead. I remember one professor told me that he said, from the time of Jesus to 1850, knowledge doubled once. 1850 to 1900, it doubled again. And then it started doubling every 5 years, 4 years, 3 years, 2 years, 1 year. Then it's doubling daily, hourly. And knowledge is just keep repeating out here. It amazes me that I just picked up a thing the other day and it says, computer for dummies. For anybody that's a senior citizen that's not understanding electronics, here's the thing, you just press the buttons and it'll give you all the answers you want. You can have that too. There is no thing that isn't available for you to be more. But the only thing it takes is, do you want to stretch? Or do you want to still be angry with what's going on out here? And that's one of the things I don't understand. We need to get on to the understanding that we need to get past ignorance, fear, superstition, being in the sense of isolation, feeling unworthy, unholy, and lost. The only way you can feel any of those is you, not me. I don't feel them, but you feel them because it's a crutch. It means I can escape. I don't have to do anything. And maybe you will feed me, clothe me, take care of me. And then when I get on the other side, they said, well, these are all the things that you could have done this lifetime. And you could have had all the things that you had given to you, plus all of this other, and all these people would be better off, and you'd be a part of the collective, and you'd be closer to the power which we call God, and all of these gifts are yours by just applying yourself. That's why you're here. And what would you do? Put your thumb in your mouth and say, oh, I blew that one, or should we come back and do it again? We're crashing into the Aquarian age, and everything is just going to explode out here. And we have to make the decision. Can we let go of our anger towards our parents, towards the teachers, towards this world? Do I have to go out and bust windows to break up things, burn things, destroy things? For what? Because I can't have them? But I could. I could have it all. This is the opportunity to be more, breaking down traditions, getting rid of ignorance, getting rid of, I don't care what anybody else does. I'm giving it my best shot. And the world steps aside for a person who knows where he's going. You know, most of us, we learn about Christian religion, we learn about Jesus. Maybe when he was 12 years old, he defended the Bible and all the religious instruction. Then we didn't hear anything for 16 years. What do you think he was doing in that 16 years? Practicing, demonstrating, exploring, traveling, learning, pushing the plate, making a living as a carpenter. Whatever trade his father had. And then we heard about the last 3 years of his life where he walked on water and healed the blind and did all of these wonderful things we've known for 2,000 years. But we never looked, it took 16 years to a demonstration for 3. What do you want to do with the rest of your life? Because look at what you could be demonstrating. If you can live to get the 100, and now I've been told that there's a case that you might last to 120, and with full marbles, full deck. all your equipment, all your parts, and be able to tap in. And one person said to me, you keep talking about knowing. All of a sudden you know the answer. Well, it's like inside, your brain is like a calculator. Or computer. It just keeps adding things together, and pretty soon it comes up with another option and a possibility. That's one way. Other way, there's spirit teachers helping you, feed you in information that complements what you do know, and it keeps expanding that consciousness so that you can understand more out here. And then to go to the other one, you can go into the library that we call God and seek out the answers, and you add more to it. And someone said, well, to me, that doesn't sound very sane. And I told him, I said, I was in Germany, used to travel when I have some time off, and I'd go to Europe, and I don't speak any other language. I have enough trouble with English. And I spent some time with some German family, and he wanted to watch the news. And I said, can I watch it with you? And he said, sure. So we went and sat down. We had a half hour of news, and we got all done. He said, I thought you couldn't understand German. And I said, I don't. He said, tell me what they were talking about. I couldn't tell him that I had a spirit person translating it all to English to me. And so I'd have a general idea of what was going on. And he was overwhelmed how close to the perfectness of the knowledge of what was talked about. And yet, I don't understand the language. We have access, but you have to earn the right. And one person said to me, that's the thing I don't like. What do you mean, earn the right? Well, right means by practicing, commitment, learning, adapting, being in partnership with, asking, demanding, practicing all the time. I'm practicing every day. And I'm pushing 91 now. And I'm hoping to push the other 9 years to make it 100. And there's just something more, just over the hill, to make it possible to get past the ignorance, superstition, things that are holding us back. And I have people come up from time to time where we discuss over the phone or in person. And it keeps whetting the appetite. What is it going to be? And I can't wait till this pandemic calms down so we can see what we learn from it and how can we move on, be more prepared. Are you going to be prepared? Have you read anything new? Have you called on the spirit teachers for more? Or are you really going to sit back and wait until it's over and then you apply if I get enough money, if they give me a job, if you make this ifs a reality. I'm not out trying to make you feel guilty about all of this. We all have the right to do whatever we want. That's why we're here, choice. Whatever you do is recorded in the universe. And it tells us the upside and downside. So you may be helping a lot even with the downside. I don't know. But nothing is wasted. And sometimes people say to me, well, I thought you were a man of God. I said, I am. But God doesn't punish. He's encouraging you to be more. Show him the upside. The downside's the easy part. And we need you. We really do. You add to every piece. Everybody is part of the collective. And that's what I want you to think about right now. Entitlement to be a part of the collective, to demonstrate who you really are in this society. The world steps aside for a person who knows where he's going. So let's go into meditation together and feel that presence. And I'm going to lift up my eyes onto the hills, For whence cameth my help cometh from the Lord. He made heaven and earth. He made me. He made all the angels to help me. And I'm going to ask an angel tonight, one. I have a problem, and I need someone to come in and help me. And I hear that when I hire that spiritual teacher, he has gophers that go research all the options and possibilities, that I may apply that wisdom in the most effective way at the level I'm functioning. And they're going to open the doors to make it possible for me to demonstrate it, to prove to the world of my value, to myself, to my God, to my society, my culture. And I'm sitting here feeling words being made flesh inside of me, seeing the comparative, being adaptable, opening the door, knowing that some of this wisdom that I've come with to prepare to give to society is going to be available once this pandemic is over. Will I be ready to share it, demonstrate it, and open doors for many? Am I preparing for tomorrow? Preparing for you to show the world God put his trust in you to be his ambassador on the earth plane. I give you all the help. I cheer you on. I have great anticipation, but you decide. We can do whatever you need. Practice with us. Be with us. Show us. And so it is. Amen.